Hello, welcome back. Merry Christmas. Welcome back to Water Player Concussion Sub Series. Hope everybody had a fantastic Christmas. We had a cracking day one of Boxing Day. A lot of cricket. Afghanistan, Zimbabwe going on, South Africa, Pakistan going on. But everybody's interested in India versus Australia Border Gavaskar Trophy. So Sanjay Dubey back from bringing back Sweeney from London. Welcome. How was your Christmas? What did you do? Were you Santa this year? Last year you sent pictures. This year we didn't see your Santa picture.
Because my daughter's getting to an age where I think she'll soon realize Santa's not real. Last year she had a clue. Maybe it's daddy who's becoming Santa. So I purposely skipped it this year so that she thinks that it's it's still real because it's still got presents. But I've had a couple of friends over. Had a good day off. So yeah, festive period is always good, and what better way to go into the new year with some good cricket in MCG.
Absolutely. We almost had White Christmas here in America. It snowed a day before Christmas on Christmas Eve, but on Christmas Day it was decent. It was much warmer. Uh, MS Dhoni was Santa. I think he took your place this season, and he
My
was
wife looked at that picture and said, "I told you, just do it, just do it." I'm like, if I'm getting pressure for from my business, like yeah, whatever it is. But yeah, good on him. I think it's a good job. He had a big belly as well.
Yes, he did. But we are here to talk about the Border Gavaskar Trophy, Boxing Day Test match in Melbourne. Much awaited, very highly anticipated game. There was big news going in. Hazelwood was injured, so Scott Boland came in. And then, of course, Sweeney, we will talk about, was dropped due to lack of performances. And we have Konstas, who came in 19-year-old. That was Australian cricket news. And then on Indian side, Rohit Sharma, as usual, suspense for the team news. The news channels, the social media handles knew about the playing 11 before actually the toss happened. But eventually, what happened? Gill was dropped. Surprised. We got Washington Sundar in. Sucks for Ravichandran Ashwin. It proves his point that things are not clear when it comes to roles and responsibilities. We will come to it. But guess what? India were shell shocked. I know you didn't watch a ball, but the first 2 hours, Konstas took the counter attack. I mean, brilliant batting. But yeah, that's my summary of the day. We will talk about what happened. But what did you make out of all the highlights, the catch ups you've done, reading? What did you make of the day one?
All I'm gonna say is one is Sweeney should never have been dropped. At least he ensured that they're not scoring many runs off the new ball, and Bumrah would always get a couple of wickets early. What he did was absolutely ridiculous, scooping and charging down the order. So fair play to him. I think he was a bit lucky as well here and there. But to do that as a 19-year-old, probably that helps. Fearless, and they must have had this in their tactics to let him play how he wants to, and that's the only way. This is the first time Bumrah had looked a bit rattled, and he wasn't expecting this. So absolutely brilliant for the kid. And yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd suggest him is just ensure he walks in the straight path and just don't deviate here and there. I mean, I don't know what was that, but yeah, great for him, and that automatically helped the other batting order as well. 450s in the top four. That's not happened for Australia in this series so far. It seems we do well to have something like that, but India got a few wickets at the end. But this is completely Australia's day. I think India will struggle to come back in this game.
I think it was almost 60-40 India and Australia there. Actually, Australia 60-40, but India did a good comeback in the last session. What did you make out of the playing 11? Shubman Gill making way for Washington Sundar.
Oh yeah, this is a joke in my opinion. Like, what are we trying to? Okay, Jadeja came in for the last game, did really well. He can play as a batter, pure batter. Nitish Reddy, can he play as a pure batter? I'm not sure. Can he play as even a part-time bowler? Definitely not. I don't think he deserves a place in this side. He's done really well in the first couple of games, but he can only play if we've got five, six proper batters and you've got proper bowlers who can do the job. There's no point in playing him and Washington Sundar and Jadeja. I'd much rather have either a Gill play instead of Nitish Reddy or Washington Sundar, or if they wanted, they could have played another fast bowler because our bowling looks thin. Apart from Bumrah, who struggled, there's not much option, and even the options you have, Rohit Sharma seems really reluctant to go out to spinners. I think Jadeja came in after about 15, 16 overs, 80, 85, and then he got the wicket of Konstas. So yeah, I think this whole selection is just confusing people. I think it'll make them more insecure. If you did not have the big name tags, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli would probably be the ones who get dropped. Gill is supremely unlucky in my opinion. So yeah, I mean it is what it is. He'll have to just take it on the chin, and hopefully a couple of guys retire, and he won't have to deal with this in future.
Yeah, that's what Abhishek Nair, the batting coach, came in post-match press conference, and he mentioned Gill wasn't dropped. It's just unlucky. Looking at the pitch on day one, they decided to go with Washington Sundar. And you're right, bowling changes were very, very weak when it comes to Rohit Sharma. The first hour, the the manner in which Konstas was going after Bumrah, everybody was clueless. We were thinking, what the hell hit the Indian cricket team? And we were expecting some bowling changes, but Siraj continued to bowl. And then Jadeja eventually came, but Washington Sundar did not bowl up until after lunch. And if you look at Akash Deep, he bowled with a second new ball and immediately got carry, whereas he didn't come until like what 20 overs. By that time, the Aussies were on the rampant. But wow, boy, what a debut! 19-year-old, about 87,000 odd people in the ground versus India, and out of 87,000 people, I'm sure about 50,000 people are Indians. So, I mean, what do you make out of the 19-year-old debut there?
Now, so on the bowling changes, I would go so far as to say that on form, Akashdeep deserved to open the bowling with Bumrah even in the first innings. So yeah, I think Rohit Sharma, until he gets runs, you will find fault in his captaincy. That's what I feel. Once he gets run, I think he'll be more instinctive and probably make better choices as well. So really sad, on the bowling. On the bowling changes, etc. If not for Bumrah, I think we would have been done in this series long, long ago. What was the other question? Oh, the Sun contest. Yeah, there were question marks around why Sweeney's being dropped. He just did reasonably well. And in the pink ball test, seeing off the new ball. But Sam Qantas is touted as to be the next big thing for Australia. So I was surprised that he didn't get a go ahead of Sweeney. But the way he's come out, he's the most popular man on the street in Melbourne. I think after he got out, he was out during lunchtime signing autographs and stuff. So fantastic for the kid. Such a big crowd, and that's there's a lot of traveling fans as well this year, from what I can sense in Melbourne, and it's a huge bucket list item for a lot of the big cricket fans. I know, Suman, you've done an MCG Boxing Day test, right? Just tell me what the feeling is like, how great the atmosphere is.
It's awesome. I mean, that was my bucket list 2018. That's the first time India has won the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia. It was Pujara century that Boxing Day, and Kohli was 70 odd, and the famous
Agarwal,
Bumrah slower one to Sean Marsh. So I watched every single day of the 5-day test match. It was rain it, but India won it. It was awesome. I mean, first day I went into the hospitality section. The 2018 it was decently priced, so I could afford from my cricket bank.
okay.
So yeah, I mean, it was awesome. It was again close to 80,000 people. It wasn't about 90,000 odd expected, but yeah, great weather, worth traveling. And this year I was supposed to go to. I had 7 tickets, but yeah, things didn't work out the way I planned. But Yeah, it was awesome, and looking forward for Champions Trophy next. It's very cricket deprived right now.
Yes, I think yeah, it's a great occasion, and it's something in the calendar which hopefully will be there forever. A Boxing Day test in Australia is always well attended up unless there's a really weak team and very lopsided contest. But the first day is generally well attended. It's part of the big Australian cricket culture as well in Melbourne to attend that. So absolutely fantastic. I think the whole batting lineup after that start, uh, they had everyone who was even out of form seemed to be getting back in form. Manas Labuschagne, the top scorer so far, and Smith's there around 311 for six. At one point, someone I thought that 200 out for two. This could be like 400 for four sort of a day, but thanks to some inspired bowling from Bumrah and some poor shots by the Aussies, it's still, as you said, 60-40, but I still feel Australia is well ahead.
Yeah, Travis Head duck out definitely helped India. I think the second session and the third session, Indians bowl a bit more tighter. It could still be 400 because we are still not out of the woods. Tomorrow is going to be much cooler day with the conditions from what I hear. But yeah, I think the game is in the balance. It is going to be crucial the first session tomorrow of India, how they plan out. If we clean them up for another 50, 60 below 360, and then bat really, really well in the first innings, I think we have game on. But if we let them go closer to 400, again, our batting is as is under pressure. So yeah, hoping for a quick cleanup of the tail. Pat Cummins is there. Steve Smith is still batting, by the way, so he's looking pretty strong. He's coming back into form. As you rightly said, I think uh, Khwaja contributed on the top. From Australia perspective, they had fantastic day. What did you make out of Kohli versus Konstas physical altercation?
It's all Sam's fault, isn't it? I mean, on serious note, it just doesn't suit Kohli. I mean, it's clearly his fault. He wanted to bump into him. I mean, he's so lucky to get away with only 20% match fee, which is nothing for him. But yeah, poor old kid. He's a 19-year-old. You come in and just push him. It's completely unnecessary, and it's probably creates more pressure on Kohli as well. Imagine if he fails tomorrow, there'll be even more trolling happening. There's so many memes already being ready that okay, you're trying to bully a 19-year-old and you can't face the likes of Stark and the Boland and those guys. So yeah, it wasn't necessary at all, and it's I think upon reflection, Kohli will probably realize that I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, for sure. Anil Jain says, "Don't understand the controversy. Good chances Stam may end up in RCB, and both will be ESCN very soon. High
Yeah,
possibility."
very, very, very high possibility. Someone has to get injured, but that's easily, something that can happen at least for this IPL, if not in future. So
Absolutely. So it was a good day. Another test match going on, South Africa versus Pakistan, and another test match going on. England was not England, Zimbabwe versus Afghanistan match going on. From India perspective, what are some of the things? So Bumrah is definitely going to be the key, but what are some of the things India need to keep a check going into the batting innings? Bowling we understand, but what do you think are the batting key triggers for India?
think we have to considering obviously the big test here is for Rohit Sharma. I personally do not like breaking that opening combination, which has basically given us a test win, 295 for no loss in Perth. That allowed us to go 1-0 up. Rohit Sharma batting at number six and then going back to open. I don't know whether it'll make it any better. So I'm really hoping that he fires. He has a bit of luck and he can score some runs, because the last thing you want is Rohit Sharma getting out cheaply and then a couple of wickets down, Virat Kohli's in there in no time, and you have Jadeja batting in like the 30th over, and looking at maybe 200 at best, which is what happened in all of our first innings. We can't get bloody 200 for some reason. This is a very flat wicket, so as long as we can get the see of the new ball, I think it'd be easier, because even in the second new ball, it seemed like there's some extra bounce. Obviously, Manas Labuschagne always gets hit here and there. I think back to back, he got hit on his nuts basically with the extra bounce probably. But yeah, I think I think this is the decisive batting innings for the series for India. If India fails, then that series is done. I don't think we'll recover in time for Sydney, because there's already so many changes that have happened until now. I think we'll struggle in Sydney. But if we can fire, make big runs, then I think it bodes well for the rest of the game and series. So it'll be interesting. Rohit Sharma is the big one for me. Rohit and Kohli, one of them, if not both, should stand up and get some runs. From a game perspective, I'd love for Jaiswal to get a big one, because if he gets runs, he'll get it very quickly as well. So, and it probably will take off some pressure of Rohit Sharma. So that'll be key. I feel sad for Rahul, because he's done well opening. Now he has to come in at number 3. Hopefully that won't impact too much of his form. He's been our best batter, batted in all the difficult conditions. So it'd be very interesting to see, with all these chopping and changing of all the order of the batters, how it'll impact. But it would be very interesting to see.
Absolutely. And it's just not the context of the series, the first innings is important. It's also, it's going to set the precedence going into next year. India playing 11 in Test cricket too. If, God forbid, Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they didn't contribute in the first innings, the Knights are going to be out. Sydney Test match is going to be do or die, and more or less it'll be a big change in the top 4. And also there were a couple of memes going on that Rahul has a cheeky smile, that even though he goes down the order, Rohit comes up the order, he knows he's eventually going to open the batting.
Yeah.
We both were talking. I think we should start doing the memes of the week episode for sure.
100%, 100%. That's my favorite pastime when there's a cricket match happening. And with AI and stuff, it's getting even worse and worse. You know, the amount of stuff that's happening with it. But I'd love for us to collect. I mean, maybe we can do it tomorrow as well. I'll try and take some screenshots, and we can do the best memes of the day from the play.
Yeah. Tomorrow, let's dedicate 10 minutes of our end of day review for the memes of the day, and let's see how that goes for the holiday season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, but yeah, it's something on my bucket list. If I had planned it properly, I would have wanted to go this year, because you know for a fact that Kohli is probably the last, Rohit Sharma is probably the last time. Ashwin's already come and gone. We don't want another retirement. I think Rohit Sharma has got more. Rohit Sharma's situation is much more desperate than Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, even if he doesn't score any runs, his place is still okay-ish, considering he's got 100. And he may hang up his boots at the end of Sydney. Who knows? But I think it probably continue till the England series. But the other player I wanted to mention was Rishabh Pant. Had a super quiet series so far. I would love for him to start smashing some of the bowlers tomorrow, and the crowd will go absolutely nuts tomorrow if that happens. Because it was Australia's day. The biggest cheer came in when Travis Head got out, and everyone had a big sigh of relief. Although it's still a bad day for us. So, anyways.
Vishak Narayan, was it fair only to punish Kohli and spare Konstas? Is he being Boria Mojumdar here?
I would say why? Yeah, 100%. Konstas should be banned for the next game, 100%. But I must say that he's been very mature. In his press conference, he said that it was a heated whatever things happen on the field, and I probably didn't check Virat Kohli walking around and whatnot. He's tried to downplay the whole situation. So he's doing all the right things to ensure Vishak. He's probably going to end up in Chinnaswamy at some point.
But Vishak, can you explain why do you think Konstas will be punished? He didn't do anything. He was just walking. The guy comes and shoulders him, and he was
Exactly.
fine. Like maybe explain Vishak. Maybe we are missing something. Why do you think Konstas should be fined in
Yeah.
this case?
And as you mentioned, we were having this chat where people are saying, "Oh, none of these Australians should be lecturing us how to behave." Two wrongs don't make a right. Some like Ricky Ponting was bad in his playing days. He would like swear at Srinath. I remember of all people, such a nice guy. He bowled a nice bouncer, hit him, and he wanted to check, and he's like, "Off." And he got and then to Harbhajan Singh and so on and so forth. But that doesn't mean that someone of a Virat Kohli stature can do that to a 19-year-old. Come on, give that to maybe Mitchell Stark or Steve Smith or someone like that. Let's do that if you want to pick up a fight. But yeah, it's completely called for. But yeah, Vishak, why Konstas?
Yeah.
There's nothing he's done wrong.
And also in the past couple of days, Vishak has been giving me these vibes that he's starting to convert into an Australian supporter, which is great. I'd want him to, but because he said that I believe Akash made claims that Khwaja will make a double hundred. He comes in right after the toss and says Khwaja will make double hundred for the Boxing Day Test match. Welcome to Australia cricket team, Vishak. But yeah, I mean, interesting second day going to come up. We shall see what happens. So, will you be free tomorrow, Sanjay, to do the day two,
Yes.
and we will do the memes as well tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. Got apart from looking after my daughter during her holiday season, I've got no other business work. So I'm free. I'm gonna tonight. I'm gonna set my alarm for midnight. Hopefully, in half an hour we'll get 4 wickets. That's probably too optimistic. So maybe at 1 o'clock or something like that, or after lunch to see India bat. And hopefully it'll be a long. Hopefully we don't lose more than 2 or 3 wickets tomorrow.
Yeah, like Vishak mentions, I think below 350 will be a fantastic bonus, but as close as they get to 400, it's trouble India. So yeah, hopefully Akash. I think Anil Jain mentioned that Akash Deep should do with Bumrah the first hour because he looks like a good bowler compared to Siraj, who probably is starting to give away some extra runs. I know there is aggression, but at the end of the day, we need a little bit of calculated risks as well. But having said that, Vishak and Anil Jain, thanks for supporting as usual. Sanjay Dubey, day one review. Hopefully, day two is much better day for India. We shall come tomorrow back with a meme episode. I'm sure that'll be fun. So, looking forward for it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And if you have not clicked that like, subscribe button, please do that. It will give us a lot of immense confidence. Bring back Sweeney. I think he's going to be happy in the BBL now, especially after this kind of
He,
debut.
he scored he scored really well immediately. Scored a match winning 70 or 80 or something like that
Yeah,
after being dropped. So, anyways, I miss him already after seeing Konstas rather,
yeah,
not Kontas.
Konstas. That's right. All right. Thanks for watching and see you tomorrow. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.